We've had clinical education here at Cleveland Marshall College of Law for more than 40 years now. We've long recognized the importance of experiential learning and having students actually learn in context. So while they learn doctrinal law in the classroom, it's really important for students to learn how to apply that law in real-world settings with real clients. It's a law firm within a law school where students practice law under the supervision of their clinic professors who are licensed attorneys here in Ohio, and importantly, who are also experienced educators. So students really get the benefit of having a licensed attorney with a lot of practice experience, but also that attorney is an educator. And that marriage of those two skills lets students really learn about how to practice law in a very structured way. An externship is like a clinic. It's got a live client. Students do real legal work, but they're supervised at external locations by external supervisors. And those external supervisors and locations then are supervised by the clinical faculty to make sure that the student has a good experience. The neat thing about externships is occasionally, not all the time, but occasionally they do result in jobs for students, because occasionally students will go and be an extern at a location, such as a corporation, and will end up, when they graduate from law school, they'll have made a connection there, impressed the employer, and may ultimately be able to get a job there after they're licensed. I would tell a student to make every effort to take every available experience they can so that they can decide what area of practice is best suited to them. I would suggest they take both a clinic and an externship, at least one of each, if not perhaps two externships and one clinic, so they can really see what different practice areas are like. And when students come through clinics or externships and can hit the ground running when they get outside to practice, it's so much more helpful to both the legal community and to the student. We get terrific feedback about our students. And I think we get terrific feedback about our students because in part of who they come to us as, and they are a unique, really talented bunch of students who come to this institution. They usually pick this institution because they know what they want. They want to be successful, they want to be engaged in their community, and they want to be terrific attorneys. When you have that to work with as a professor, you're pretty much guaranteed success. If they want to work hard, we'll work hard right along with them, and that really resonates with employers because employers see that our students have the practical skills that make them succeed in a tough legal environment.
Getting the opportunity to work in a judge's chambers, alongside the judge's clerk and the judge is a pretty rare opportunity, and it, afforded me some great experience that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. For most of the summer, I sat in a room across from Judge Dowd. I was given free reign at the courthouse whenever he had a hearing. I was allowed to go and sit in on the hearing. If I had questions about, what transpired, I was allowed, to ask him anything. Literally, I wanted to ask him. Every decision that he made, he explained to me why he was making that decision. And Judge Dowd just had a really good understanding of what a unique experience judicial externship was, and how much I could learn just from being involved in the judicial processes. The judge is my most important contact. I can email him whenever I want, and he'll email me back. He, was willing to write, a letter of recommendation based on the work that I did for him to anywhere that I want. He'll direct it to a place of my choosing.
I mean, there's a lot of benefits I think that I've gotten from each of my externship experiences and my experience at the Fair Housing Law Clinic. The first being is that I've really gotten practical experience in a lot of different areas of the law. So I'll be able to kind of market myself to potential employers as somebody who really kind of got their hands dirty in the practical side of things, not just, sitting in class and interacting with my classmates and the professor. Towards the end of my first summer, I got the chance to work on an immigration case, and I can tell you right now with confidence that I had no idea what working in immigration would entail, or even that it would pique my interest. But just kind of working on an immigration case kind of set off the light bulb in my head that, okay, you know, this is an area of law that I'm really interested in. What can I do to get more experience in it? So I really got to work one-on-one with one of the attorneys in our office who is basically the first chair for the prosecution. And, you know, I remember him telling me, you know, Natalie, a lot of what you were doing is what a new associate would be doing if you were an attorney for the Coast Guard.
From my externships, when I was taking criminal procedure and criminal law, I could actually visually picture it in my head. So it's not as theoretical or academic, just reading in the book and reading the cases. I could actually imagine when, you know, I've helped attorneys on a case, or, you know, we've dealt with clients, or people come in with certain questions. At least for me anyways, it helps me understand them. I got to see everyone's different style in court, which is something that was really helpful. And they're just always willing to talk to you and kind of really explain things to you, which I was afraid maybe they wouldn't because they were all so busy, but they all really took the time to kind of get to know me and talk to me and give me really good tips and advice for the future.